Happy Monday, everybody. Happy Monday. Yeah, yeah. Happy Monday, everybody. The kitchen is now open. What's poppin', everybody? This is another live edition of Steve's Kitchen here on the Around the Point Network. It is Monday, June the 5th, 2023. It is 6:06 p.m. What's poppin', everybody? Hope you all had a wonderful weekend. It's good to be back here, back in the office. I know we didn't do a live Steve's Kitchen yesterday, well, last Monday, because I was flying back home from Vegas, and a lot went down. A lot went down. I want to thank you guys again for tuning in, uh, and all that fun stuff. Uh, and all that fun stuff, bro. Like, again, a lot went down, bro. A lot went down. But Big Mike, what's going on, brother? How are you, man?
Bro, I'm chilling like a villain, ready to get into some
What's going on, Big Mike?
Yeah, you hear me?
What?
You hear me?
Can't hear you, brother.
You hear me?
Can't hear you. Can't hear you, man. He has to check his audio issues, but you have me here. I know it's been a while since I've been here. Granted, we did a show on what Friday. We did ATP Gaming. Um, Here he is. Hopefully, I can hear him now. Hopefully.
You
How
hear me
about now?
now?
Nope. Can't even hear you, which is weird because you would think with guests, right? The sound would heard that, you know what I mean? But now, Steve, your shit's messed up. Mike, I can hear you. Turn your volume up. What do you mean? My shit's working. Hold up, let me see here. Mm. Big Mike, do you hear me?
I hear you. You hear me?
I hear you now. I hear you. People saying that they can't, but well, we have Mr. Lee here saying that they don't hear me. But let me see here. Let me see.
Oh, so it was Steve's side the whole time. It wasn't even.
I don't
That's
know.
fine.
Bro, you know what it is? Sometimes Jameer can be
Bro,
very
you
crazy.
just got an old Mac. You need to
We're good. I hear it. I hear it. I hear it. I know. I know.
winter winter of 2023 or spring of 2024. You need to invest into another Mac computer.
We'll get there. We'll get there. But Mike, it's good to see you again, man. How was your weekend, brother?
My weekend was fine. I mean, work. I had to work this past weekend, so there's that go. All of that jazz. But outside of that, it's been okay.
Yeah, brother. Like for me, do it again, dude. To think last week, this time of day, I was sleeping in bed. I was sleeping
Yeah.
in bed, bro. What should have been a flight that would get me back in Jersey at 5 in the morning
Uh-huh.
ended up getting me back in Jersey at around 11 a.m. Almost lunch hour. Almost the after, almost midday. Put it that way.
Right.
So I left Vegas, right? I left literally Vegas around 7 something in the 7 p.m., right? Because my flight was at
Mm-hmm.
9, right?
Mm-hmm.
I get to the airport, I say bye to Walt or whatever, right? And I get on the Uber and shit, talking to the driver, cool dude, whatever, right? Get to the airport, I
Mm-hmm.
check in, everything. I'm at the gate. We board the plane. We board the fucking plane. To when we find before we take off, we have to disboard the plane. There's a scratch passing the paint
Okay.
on the plane. So we all have to fucking disboard. So you can imagine, like, bro, people were tight. Like, what the fuck, yo? Right?
Yeah.
We disboard the plane. We get on another plane. Mind you, the plane that we had to board now is an old plane.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know how many of you guys out there that have flown and all that stuff. You guys know a lot of these new planes, right? They have the little charging port on the chair, right on the seat compartment, whatever. You can charge your phone and shit, no problem. This old plane Didn't have any of that, bro. Didn't have any of that shit, bro. And my iPhone was like a fucking what 31%.
Yeah.
So it's like fuck yo, fucking bullshit. And then we get on this old plane, and then they tell us, oh, just let everyone know we have to make a stop in Chicago.
Wow.
Because the plane needs fueling, and the staff that are in the plane, they can't work past a certain hour, past a certain time. Let me be correct here. And if you want to get off this plane and what have you, you can do that. But just know that the next flight won't take off until Wednesday. So I was like, fuck all this, bro. I'm staying on this shit. I'm staying on this plane, bro. I'm staying on this shit. Right? So we take off, we get to Chicago, and they're like, oh, we're just going to stay on this plane. And then after that, we'll just go right off to Newark Liberty Airport, right? No problem. We land in Chicago. We stayed at the gate. We stayed in Chicago for like almost 2 hours, just sitting there. So what did I do? I fucking went to sleep. Bro. I took a nap. We took off. Got to Jersey around 11 with change, bro. So you can imagine, bro. I was tight, bro. I was ticked off, bro. I was ticked off. I was just fucking ticked off, bro. Had that not happened, there would have been a Steve's Kitchen on Monday. But I was just exhausted. Fucking exhausted. But nonetheless, I did have an amazing time in Vegas. And all that fun stuff. Reading the comments here. Why didn't you charge your phone? I did, but I didn't charge it enough. Flight attendants can't work more than 12 hours in a row, I believe. I think that's what I found out also. That's what I found. But people were just upset. People were just tight and shit. People were just all over the place, just losing it. Right. But there's that too. A lot went down this weekend in wrestling, but also some quick little news that hit this literally today. WWE announced their multi-year partnership with Twitch. Yes, they're back in it with Twitch. They're back at it again with Twitch. Now, if you guys remember back in 2020, WWE did not want talent to stream on Twitch. And if they did, they'd be in trouble. Or something of them wanting a part of the cut, if you will. And this is literally the press release from today, June 5th, 2023. WWE announced a multi-year partnership with Twitch that will see the return of the official WWE channel and popular WWE Superstars channels featuring live and exclusive content. In addition to the launch of the channel, WWE will debut today a companion sidecast to Monday Night Raw, bringing the WWE Universe behind the scenes and closer to the in-ring action. The weekly viewing experience will be led by a rotating cast of hosts and will regularly feature appearances by WWE superstars, unique and exclusive content such as backstage interviews and more. Viewers can stream the sidecast live every Monday beginning at 8 p.m. Eastern via the Twitch app or obviously on WWE's Twitch account. So yeah, Mike, isn't it great, brother? Back on Twitch, man.
It's not back on Twitch. It's officially going to Twitch.
Well, you know what I mean, bro. Isn't it great though, man? Like, good for them finally, right? They've been fighting for this.
All them people fighting for this. You know, the people that stuck it out and saw it their way, they finally getting the payoff. And them other jabrones is over there painting green spray paint and dressing up like Father Time and who else? Doing weird shit over there.
Oh, I know what you're talking about. Oh, I know what you mean, bro. Oh man. But nonetheless, Am I gonna tune in to their watch along? No. If anything, I'll probably tune into the
Yeah.
9 times out of 10. We'll check out the True Hill Heat
I
watch
might, I
along.
might, I might look at, I might look at one episode. When is it? When are they doing it? Just Mondays?
Today, I think just Mondays today, but I think more than anything, it's more content for them to do on Twitch. That's what it comes down to. It's more content for
Yeah.
them.
If
Um,
I'm not on a watch along, I'll take a peek.
take a little peek, see what the
Yeah, I'll
fuss is
take a
all
peek
about.
and see what it is. Yeah.
See what the fuss is all about. Also, before we go any further, I do want to mention this, and I know, oh my God, Steve, let it go. I understand. You guys remember, if you guys follow Around the Point on Twitter, that's, by the way, at AT Point Network, right? That's our Twitter handle, right? For Around the Point Network. Um, at Double or Nothing, there was a video that went viral that we posted, right? That
Hey man,
I
we
was like,
can't help that we're proud. Screw the
we can't
people
help.
that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. All you motherfuckers that want to be, fuck you guys. Y'all being dicks about it. Let it go. Move on. Fuck y'all. Fuck y'all.
Right.
Let us have this fucking moment, yo. Let us have this
Yeah.
fucking moment at the end of the
Facts.
day. Listen, that made my weekend. That right there just added to it. But let me put it more into perspective. It added more to my weekend in Vegas. And again, to be clear here, the dude was in on it. Homeboy who's
Right.
watching on his phone was
Right.
in on it. He was
I
in on
wish
it.
he'd come forth if he has a Twitter. Like, hey, this is me.
Yeah, I wish he did. Like, bro, if you're watching this, bro, I hope you are, man. Because I'm sure, like, bro, people probably told you what happened and shit.
Yeah.
Please feel free. Oh my God, this. Oh my goodness, this de llorón. But where was I? Where was I here? I was just happy, bro. Like, dude, the video's over at 600,000 views right now, bro. 612,000. Bro, that's
Hmm.
more viewers than people watching Rampage on a Friday night.
It
More
is.
people more people watch that video than they did Rampage.
Yeah.
It's almost at the same. It's almost there neck and neck with NXT. Speaking of
Yeah.
NXT, I don't know if you caught this or not, Mike. I don't know if you caught this or not, but again, we don't do Let's Talk NXT anymore. But we did, catch from time to time, right? So I caught NXT on Tuesday late. I caught it
Mm.
late. And little Birdie told me that during the weaponized steel cage match between JC Jane and Gigi Dolan, someone on commentary said, there's no one in the crowd on their phone. No one in the crowd on their phone.
At least from what the camera can catch. But hey, man, we're a trendy topic to talk about when there's either a piss poor or a really good pay-per-view going on, and that's all we wanted, and that's all you guys like to talk about. So hey, it is what it
Bro.
is.
And dude, and then furthermore, Reggie and fucking Axiom, bro.
Yeah, and I still haven't seen the segment really. So
Is Axiom on his phone watching Battleground and Reginald like approached him and shit. That's what it
oh,
was.
okay.
But furthermore, dude, Wrestle Talk, Sportskeeda, I believe also ES and E Wrestling News, I believe it was also Aaron Rift of NoDQ.com.
Mm,
Even that jabroni site, Ringside News.
mm,
Even I don't fuck with them. I don't fuck with that site. But even them, like, bro, I even see people upload the video on YouTube.
yeah,
Now, if I wanted to be a hole about it, I could have, put the flag, but that's not what I do.
right.
It's not what I do. But again, bro, let me just have this. Let us have this fucking moment, yo. I'm happy as shit, bro. I'm happy as shit.
Yeah.
You know. Look who's here. Look who is here. Gotta behave now. We gotta behave.
I don't see him.
I don't see him either, bro. What's poppin', bruh?
Okay, now I see him.
What up?
I'm having some technical issues.
Oh
My
no!
laptop's
Oh
not
no!
loving it right now. It's taking a second.
All right. Well,
Well, you take your time, bro.
yeah.
Whenever you're ready, you just feel free to come back in. All right, brother. Fix your issues. We'll bring you back in when you're ready. You got the link already. There you go. Um, Cage match isn't that good either. In my but when it comes to match timing and all that shit, it should be good. You good?
I said, give me 2 minutes.
Well, you just stood there. I figure like, all right, bro. Like, all right. Well, all right, you 2 minutes. All right, Mike, time it. Okay, time the 2 minutes if you can.
Okay.
Okay, well, time the 2 minutes. So I was just happy, bro. I was just happy as shit. You know this. So this was my, and I know I shouldn't be talking about him no more because it's been so many years, right? But
Mm-hmm.
during Dallas WrestleMania 32 weekend, OK Fabe, Connor back then, right? Well, Connor now, but you know what I mean.
Yeah.
So his sign that he took to Raw made Rolling Stone
Okay.
top 10 signs of Raw after Mania,
Okay.
and his sign made the top 10. So this was my moment. That was my Rolling Stone moment, if you will.
Well, yeah. I mean, it's a big deal to you. That's basically what you're saying.
For us, bro. It's a win for us, dude. It's a win
Well,
for
for us.
us.
Okay. Yeah, you can put me in it. Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
a win for all of us, bro. Like at the end of the day.
Yeah.
But gotta get that out of the way, man. I want to thank all the sites. Thank you all you motherfuckers. All you motherfuckers. Thank you all, y'all. I love you all. I love you all. Thank you, motherflowers, yo, for taking time out of your precious Sunday or Monday and the following to post your articles and news and all that stuff. But now we get into the professional wrestling talk of the week, man. Here's the thing, bro. I'm happy that whatever went down yesterday went down,
Mm-hmm.
or else we have nothing really to talk about. Just one little topic. When you think about it, right? We'll get this out of the way now. We'll get this out of the way now, by the way. We'll get this out of the way now. We'll get this out of the way. So I'm sure we all watched SmackDown on Friday, right? Our boy Roman Reigns has debuted. Well, he was presented a new championship on his 1,000 days ceremony.
Yes.
It's got a lot of people talking on the IWC, the media, what have you. Got people talking, feeling some. And to quote a song I once knew, feeling some type of way.
Yeah.
That's the new title, Mike. That's the new title. Yeah, my thoughts exactly. Here's the thing. If you want me to find one positive thing, I'm going to try to find one positive thing on the title. I like the stones on the W. That's as good as it's going to get from me.
The Black Diamonds.
I like the black diamonds on the W. That's probably it. Other than that, they had, I don't know how. Here's the thing. We don't know how long this has been stored, if that's the proper term here. We don't know how long this belt has been just sitting there.
Months. It's been stored for months.
Yeah. Well, thank you, Caden. Thank you. It's been stored for months. And my take is, you want to present him a title for 1,000 days, award him a new title. This is the best you could come up with. Now, could it be?
It's basically they took the old title and changed the background.
Could it be because the belt model, if you will, right? The way it looks, that W, right, with the whole thing, is mostly Roman's. It's what you can identify Roman with.
Mm-hmm.
You know how the winged eagle you can identify with, let's say,
Bret
Hart, right? The big eagle you can identify with Steve Austin, Rock.
I say Triple H.
Or more Triple H is fine too.
Yeah.
People will identify the big gold with Ric Flair.
Yeah.
So I get that. If you want to go that route, by all means. If that's the belt that you identify Roman with, by all means. But they could have done a so much better job, yo. In my humble opinion.
For me, I'm just so sick of the big W design. See, from that angle, it looks fine. In certain lighting, it's off-putting. It's just it doesn't really move me. From right there, it looks okay. Um, I don't know who said this, but when the merger happened and they made the new WWE World Heavyweight Championship, and the logo is like black.
White. That was me.
Yeah,
remember? I said that.
Yeah, you said that that's possibly going to be the new logo, and here, outside of the swoosh being black under the W's are black.
Yeah. Again,
I think I would like it more if the swoosh was also black. I'll say that.
You know what? You're going somewhere with that. You're going somewhere with that. I think that might look a little better.
I said that I've said a few times on Twitter this week that I don't think I don't have an issue with the big WWE logo because I understand the gimmick behind it. I think I don't like the coloring, that gold, especially like they just did this. The World Heavyweight Championship they did because they wanted to make it look like big gold. So why would you need another belt that also follows that same thing with that type of gold? I would have done a different color there. Maybe just like, I mean, I don't think they needed to get rid of the WWE Championship anyways. I thought that title was fine. I think this is actually worse than that other title. It's the exact same title with a different background.
Mm-hmm.
I thought I didn't like the World Heavyweight Championship. Oh my God, I prefer that over this.
I think everyone right now is preferring the Constellation title over this.
It's much better designed. It's different.
It is. Yeah, that's the thing. It's different. I just feel like
I think that's the title that they really, put effort and wanted to put on television. This one, it was just like, we need something for Roman. We're sick of the 2-belt look. Let's just put something together. And
also factor in Roman is not going to be on TV every single week.
Right.
Roman is not going to be on TV. Again, he would say whatever you may feel about his deal. He's earned that deal. He's earned it. Yeah. He's earned that shit. If they factor in, bro, the angle on Friday, bro, with the Usos and them, right, with them hugging it out, and Solo Sikoa is like, I acknowledge my tribal chief, but I stay with my brothers and shit. Like,
wait, let me try to turn the brightness on a little bit.
Hold on. Let me give you the focal point here.
Look at that. That looks a little better.
That's so much better.
Yeah, it looks a little better.
I would much prefer that.
Now, there's ways around this. There's ways around it too. If you're one of these folks that are going to buy the belt, right? There's folks that probably will, that are probably already pre-ordered or what have you, and that's fine. Does anyone know the price?
It's going for $500.
Okay, $500. You can buy that, and then if you want, because there's some that do, there's some people that go the extra mile with it. You can send it over to.
I feel like you say this every time.
I have to, bro.
Every time. It's like you have a sponsorship or something for this guy.
I'm just saying, get it re-leathered. Go get it re-leathered. Put some backing on it. Remove the stones that the belt currently has. Put whatever stones you want.
Okay, so here's another design that I saw where they can keep the big WWE. This isn't perfect. I think they could have edited this a little bit and made it look a little different. But keeping the WWE going with the winged eagle. It's going to focus in a second.
I think I've seen that too. I've seen a different one. I don't really like that one. I've seen a different one.
I think you can change it a little bit, but I like the idea of doing the WWE that goes into the winged eagle.
I've seen something similar with that, and it was like, I think it was the big eagle, like the top portion of the big eagle in the upper part of the W's, but it looked way more, like you said before. Yeah. Listen, that one looks. I'll prefer that.
Well, so we got 13 of y'all tuning in right now. Only 9 likes. Let's get those numbers up. Let's get those thumbs up. All right. Let's get those thumbs up. Let's get those likes up, if you will. Let's put it that way. But yeah, man, listen, I guarantee you in time that belt will grow on me. Just like every other title. To be fair, when the Intercontinental title first came out, one that Gunther currently holds, I wasn't big on that belt. Like, what the hell is
Oh,
Me
this?
neither.
I love the Gunther one.
But as
I
time went
wasn't either.
on, I warmed up to it. For
Yeah,
example,
because he made the title. That's why.
yes, the old Ring of Honor title, the one that Bandito held, right before they shut down, right?
Mm-hmm.
At first I hated that belt. I prefer the old version that Jay Briscoe won, that Kevin Owens won, Steen. I'm sorry, right? That version of the Ring of Honor, the one that Generico and Steen wrestled at Ladder War Final Battle 2012, that version of the Ring of Honor title, I loved, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then they came up with this new belt, which was like, what the fuck is this?
Mm-hmm.
But I went to Final Battle 2000, was it 18, right?
Mm-hmm.
I went to the merch table, and I got to first like look at the belt. I didn't got to touch the belt. Like, all right. When you see it in person, you can appreciate it. You get all right. You fuck with it in a way, you know.
I'm trying to find.
But at the end of the day, you know, is it a nice looking belt? For some people, it is. Like Romeo loves the belt. Romeo loves it, and that's
Romeo loved the World Heavyweight title too.
I
and
love
that's
the World Heavyweight
I
Championship
love that.
too.
I
Yeah,
love
I know.
that.
That's
First-
the, that's
first
the one I
glance.
differ with you guys on because I don't like it.
Yeah.
I like it more. I will say, like, as it's been on TV, I'm like, okay, I kind of like that a little bit more, and I think it looks better. I still don't love it, but I mean, it's better than this.
At least, listen, Roman isn't going to be walking around with 3 belts. That was everyone's concern too. Oh, is Roman walking with 3 belts?
No, they're retiring the other two.
Which would have been cool as fuck. The visual would have been like, all right, here we go. Okay.
Mhm.
Right?
I
Paul Heyman holding 2 belts, and then, you know, here you go, Roman. And then he lifts him up and shit. One's on his waist. Like, bro.
So I'm looking at little design differences. I'm looking at the Universal title because it's the WWE title with like a different color. And I'm comparing it to this new title just to kind of see what the big differences are. The stones on the outside of like that, because you have like the stones on the outside and then the W in the middle, right? The stones on the outside are the exact same, literally same coloring, same everything. I don't see a single difference there. The stones on the W are black instead of the Universal title has a white W and white stones. This one has a white W and black stones. The swoosh is almost the exact same. The background is different, and then I think the background on this is an actual like silver plating, whereas the background on the old titles were the leather plating. And then the other thing that I'm very confused about is this is called this is the Undisputed Championship. It says Undisputed. I never noticed that till today because I haven't really looked at it a lot. It says Undisputed Champion on the bottom. That's factually incorrect.
I know.
Because there's another
now
championship.
Now he's disputed. Now there's
now it's disputed. I'm very confused about that. Why is it undisputed if there's another champion? Just call it the World Heavyweight. Just call it the WWE Championship. I don't know.
Yeah,
what the problem
either
is.
call it either the undisputed Universal Championship or they couldn't probably put like Universal there. They say it was like Undisputed Championship, or they just could have like I don't know what this company's thinking with these titles. I really don't know. I can't even think of anything.
This is the same. This is the same company. The same company that has 2 pairs of women tag team champions on the main roster right now. This is the same company
supposedly changing.
The same company that has the Raw Women's Champion being defended on SmackDown, and the SmackDown Women's title being defended on Monday Night Raw.
They also have not. Roman still has both belts listed on him on the WWE roster page, so they have not changed that yet. So I don't know what the belt lineage is of this. They have not.
I haven't even seen the render photos, like the photo shoots for his new render. I haven't even seen those yet.
It's right now. It's the same. Like they haven't changed it, and even like I don't think they have this championship uploaded yet. Because I'm trying to find out what the lineage is.
I have no clue either. But Wherever you stand with this title, the design of it, yes, I know. I think a lot of people would have loved them to put more effort into it. Look at the UK. Remember the old UK title?
Mhm.
That belt was beautiful,
Oh, gorgeous.
gorgeous looking belt.
Gorgeous.
Same outline, but just more creative. That's all we
Exactly.
ask. Though
Yes.
all of the UK titles looked great, from the World Heavyweight Championship to the women's. Those tag team titles were undefeated, like best titles in WWE for a while.
Spotless.
To me,
Spotless.
Even the women's tag titles are. I really like the women's tag titles. They're gorgeous.
yeah,
NXT,
yeah.
what, NXT UK had women tag team titles?
No, like the current ones that WWE has. That
Oh,
who I
okay.
don't even know who has
Well,
those belts.
I
Ronda and Shayna
believe
have those.
Ronda and Shayna
Yeah,
have it.
like
Yeah.
those belts are gorgeous.
Yeah, it's just they did like they if you can do a whole brand's titles amazing, what's stopping you from your
Bro,
main thing?
there's even again, I don't know, maybe this is just some rumor out there. I don't know. Again, if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. Okay. There's discussions of a women's intercontinental championship also. Again, I may be
No,
hearing shit.
so what's supposedly happening is Rhea and Bianca are going to get new titles sometime. Who knows? Because the new tag titles were supposed to be introduced back in 2018, 2019, and they just never did them. So I don't know. Maybe it's just not going to happen. But the supposed explanation of why they have not changed or done a belt swap yet is because Bianca is going to get I don't remember which one she's gonna get, but like one will get the women's world heavyweight championship, and one is gonna get the women's undisputed universal championship. I don't know if that's like the name of it, but it's basically gonna be like, let's say Bianca gets the same design as Roman, but with a white strap, and then Rhea would get the same design as Seth, but with a white strap. That's the rumor.
I don't know.
Oh, so it'll be brand distinct as well.
No, it's not going to be brand distinct. Like these titles are not like the world heavyweight and the undisputed universal. Those are not brand distinct titles, right? Like you don't.
Okay,
Like,
yep,
the,
you're
like the
right.
universal title was brand
Yeah,
distinct because it either had the red or
Oscar
it
now.
had the blue.
Yeah. It's
Yeah,
Oh
it's
yeah,
Oscar.
sorry,
Oscar
Oscar
now.
has it. I forgot that Oscar had it. I'm tired. I've barely slept the last 3 days.
So wait a minute, wait. Time out, real quick. Oscar is a SmackDown brand superstar, right? She was on Monday Night Raw, or my bad, on
She's
SmackDown,
drafted
right?
to SmackDown, but she has the Raw belt.
Yeah, I'm still.
But that's why he's supposed. I don't. The source on it is not a great source. This is just what the only explanation I've heard is that they're going to get new belts. I don't necessarily know if I believe that. That's just the only explanation I've found. So I'm just going to roll with that and say that's what I'm hoping is the plan.
Okay. Let's move on here because I feel like we stayed on this topic for a hot minute, like 30 minutes.
I like
now.
talking about titles. They're fun.
But it is absolute. But I think there's also some big news that happened over literally 26 hours ago, whatever the fuck it may be. It was Bryan Danielson, yo, Bryan.
Can I talk about this one, please?
Let me just give it real quick, and then I'll let you give the full notes, if you will. Right? With me, I just give y'all the spark notes. Okay, I give y'all the fucking spark notes. Okay, Bryan Danielson video popped up at the conclusion of the 6-man tag for the never open weight 6-person tag titles. It was between Moxley, Claudio, and Shooter Umina versus Tanahashi.
How do you pronounce it? How do you pronounce it? Hold on, no. How do you pronounce it, Kaden?
Yeah.
It's Shota Umino.
Shota Umino.
Okay.
Yeah. I'll just call him. Can I just call him Shooter?
Yeah. His nickname is Shooter.
All right. Shooter. All right. Moxley and Claudio went up against Tanahashi, Okada, and Tomohiro Ishii. Right. And obviously Shooter got pinned by Okada, as I expected. Yep. And at the end of it, Moxley got on the mic and said, we believe we are the best faction in professional. We train with the best, and they delivered a message. And it was Bryan Danielson hiking in a desert. I guess he had Wheeler Yuta film the video for him, right?
Yeah, they did this in Vegas.
Yes, you can tell. And he talks about, how he is the best pro wrestler on the planet, how he is the litmus test in pro wrestling. And he talks about
What
Okada.
the fuck does that mean?
Listen, the way he just said it was just sounded so bad. Again, it just sounded so badass. Like, all right, bro, fine. It is what it is. He talked about Okada being a rainmaker, but Bryan's like, can't help me out here. What did Bryan say after that?
Bryan basically just challenged Kazuchika Okada to a wrestling match at Forbidden Door.
Fuck. I feel like you're gonna.
Ooh,
I thought you're gonna.
can't wait.
I thought you're gonna finish what Bryan said in the promo, like when he said,
Oh
you
no,
called
I
it
was
the
just going to
rainmaker."
talk about the setup for this.
Well, yes.
All right, take it away, sir.
Yeah, so it's official.
It's not. It is not official.
Well, some would say
I can say
the way
that it is not. They have not confirmed it, but I can say it is happening. It is. Yeah. Bryan.
Steve froze.
Okay.
I froze. We're back.
Yeah. At Forbidden Door, Bryan Danielson will take on Kazuchika Okada June 25th, Scotiabank Arena in Toronto, Ontario, Canada. This was, they've been kind of teasing this for a little bit, and the setup came with, if you guys have been paying attention to Kazuchika Okada's run this year, he's basically just been sick of all the young kids, all the young lions. He took on Kaito Kiyomiya from Pro Wrestling Noah earlier this year. That was, a lot of people were talking about that. That gave Kaito some major,
beat him.
Yeah, he destroyed him. But everybody was talking about that, and that's what led to Kiyomiya being announced for the G1 Climax this year. It got him a bunch of praise.
We'll get into it in a bit.
Yeah, that's also, I'm excited to talk about the G1 too. But they set up, Shota Umino had been going against Okada, and Shota announced that he was going to be bringing his mentor, Jon Moxley, over to New Japan Dominion to challenge for those 6-man titles that Okada, Hiroshi Tanahashi, and Tomohiro Ishii hold right now. So he brought over, it was Moxley, Claudio Castagnoli, the Ring of Honor champion, and Shota. And that's what kind of led to them after the match. Moxley grabs that mic and says that Danielson just said, let's have a wrestling match. Let's prove if you're truly the best wrestler in the world and face me. And he says, let's see if you can, like something like, let's see if you can, or there's no rain in the desert, I think is what he said. Like, you might be the rainmaker, but there is no rain in the desert. And then Okada responded by saying, let's fight. Let's open the Forbidden Door. So these are arguably the two best wrestlers in the world. I think most people would even agree that these are the two best wrestlers in the world. They have never had a match against each other just because the timing of Kazuchika Okada becoming the Rainmaker. And when Danielson went to WWE, these two guys are now going to face off, not in non-Japanese soil like a lot of people might have wanted, but they're still going to have a match. This is my dream match. This is the match I've wanted to see more than any other pro wrestling match ever. So when I found out this a little bit ago, I was extremely excited and just hoping that nothing would change and that we were truly going to get this. And then they announced it yesterday.
If this happens, I'm gonna say this right now. When it's Forbidden Door, 20 days from now, right? 20 days from now. Listen, Tony Khan, you better not book Bryan in no match.
No,
I do not. I don't want him wrestling a match on Dynamite, on Rampage. No, you keep this man healthy. You keep this man healthy at 100%. I don't want to hear it. No. I don't want to hear it. You keep this man away from any physical. What's what I'm looking
altercation?
for? Altercation? I don't want to say altercation would be like you got into a fight with somebody backstage. No. Like no physical activities.
No bumps. Don't bump.
No bumps. No bumps. No run-ins. Nothing. You keep this man in a bubble if you fucking have to. Keep him in a fucking bubble.
Keep him fresh.
I've been pointing this out for the last month and a half, 2 months since he returned in late March, early April, that he wasn't bumping. He was out of every altercation that they did with the Elite. So since he had that Iron Man match, they've been protecting him, and they've known, they've been working on this match for a while. So that's why they protected him. And even in Anarchy in the Arena, he took a few minor bumps, but nothing that major. He was basically just like I know some people said that he didn't take a single bump. Nah, he took like one or two
He
that
took
were
a
pretty
few.
nasty. Like he
Yeah,
took
he took a few.
he took the shield bump. Like that was a nasty bump.
You
But
keep this man safe.
he hasn't taken anything insane. They're protecting him for this match. This is, and then like we got to talk about the other Forbidden Door match that they also
we'll
kind
get
of
into
confirmed.
it.
But
We'll get
I know.
into it.
I'm saying it's Danielson's my favorite wrestler. I've said for a long time. I think Danielson is the best wrestler on the planet. I think he's the best, one of the best. I'm not gonna say I think he's one of the best. I think he is the best wrestler of all time. When you add in,
I think he's the best.
When you add in his 20 years in the pro wrestling business, what this guy has done in the ring, on the mic, as a face, as a heel, I don't think anybody compares to him. I think he is so outstandingly great that his resume just speaks for himself. And to see him have the dream match against Kazuchika Okada with that crowd of I think it's a 19,000 crowd, like they sold out Scotiabank, and that is a very big venue in Toronto, which is one of the best pro wrestling crowds in North America. Like I'm expecting this crowd to be as hot for this match as they were for Hogan versus The Rock, which was just down the road. They're going to be hot. Remember how hot the New York crowd was for Kenny Omega and Bryan Danielson at All Out?
Well, yeah, because that was like, we're finally getting this. Hogan and Rock was like, this is Hogan's first Mania since what, WrestleMania 7?
No, sorry, I'm not saying the crowd itself is. I'm not saying like it's going to be like that similar atmosphere because that crowd is so interesting. I think it's going to be as loud as that.
Could be. We're not saying that you're wrong.
I will say it will probably we'll compare it to what you previously said. It's going to be as good as when we saw Omega and Bryan. That's what the crowd's going to be like.
More louder.
Yeah, more louder. It's probably going to be a tick louder than that.
And drunk.
This is also full of arena. It's going to be louder.
Yeah, it's going to be a tick louder than that. I'll take that, but
yeah.
It takes a special two people to get to Hogan and Rock. The
reason I said Hogan and Rock is just because it was in Toronto. That was where I was
you got to remember though. Rock Hogan was in a stadium. They were in the Sky Dome.
Yeah, they were like that. Okay, never. I was making the comparison because of Toronto. That was the reason why I said it. It's Toronto. That was the point I was trying to make.
Fine. I'm reading some comments here, okay? Because I feel like I've not been reading the comments. Frantic Girl writes here, NJPW, it was so good, and BC is back. Okada versus Danielson and Kenny versus Okada versus Danielson and the Kenny versus Will Ospreay at Forbidden Door is going to be lit. You can arguably call the other Forbidden Door 2 the two best wrestlers in the world. You're right, Romeo. The Forbidden Door 2 build started on Ring of Honor, and it's getting better and better. I can't wait to watch this pay-per-view. The better comparison is the crowd for Omega versus Bryan. We're talking about Forbidden Door and all that stuff. Again, it sucks that I'm not going to be there because you guys know I went to the first
go too.
I went to the first one in Chicago.
Oh, wow, that's a fitting name for all the virgins out there, the Forbidden Door, because that's the one thing they'll never see.
Well, we had to get it out.
I love Mike's like covered laugh.
Yes. So I did watch Dominion yesterday. My plan was originally, all right, you know what? I'm gonna actually stay up, watch it live. Here's the thing with me, right?
I did that.
I am not your fluent New Japan viewer. I'm not. I'll be honest about it. When it comes to New Japan, for me is Wrestle Kingdom, Dominion, and the G1. That's what it boils down for me when it comes to New Japan. All right. I did watch Dominion. I was gonna watch it live like everyone else was, or tempted to watch it live, and your boy fell asleep. I woke up at 6 a.m. to my phone going off. I think it was our group chat. I think Katie was messaging something. I forgot what it was. 6 something.
Probably. I stayed up all night. I'm
like, you know what? I missed part of Dominion. I'm going right back to bed. I'll watch it. I'll watch it when I wake up late. I'll fuck this, right? And based off what I've seen, the show is amazing. It's an amazing
Yeah.
fucking show.
Pretty good
It was
show.
it's an amazing fucking show. I'll say this.
What I said was
I love New Japan's the way they're presenting their future.
Mhm.
They are not fucking around. They are not fucking around when it comes to showcasing what is likely to be their future.
Yeah.
Some of these young lions, right, that are now put in these big profile matches, they're not fucking around. They are not fucking around. I think Chase said this on Twitter yesterday. They are quietly becoming one of the top promotions right now in wrestling. Quietly.
quietly.
And they're doing it on their own.
They've already been top 3.
But you know what I mean? Like this year alone, like they've been, you know,
Yeah,
they don't gotta make a lot of noise. They're just doing their own thing. They're, you know, granted Forbidden Door's happening, and there's that. I know, Katie, you watched it. Your thoughts on the show? I know, Mike, you didn't watch, so I'm not gonna ask you, but
Well, yeah, I stayed up. I was actually, like I think I said earlier on the show, I was up for about 33, 34 hours in a row because I went to Ring of Honor yesterday. So yeah,
Nice.
I thought the show all around was really good. I was surprised by how short of time some matches got, but it was because they were going to give a lot of time to the last 2 because they needed them. Archer and Ospreay had a very different match from their matchup at G1 Climax 29 in Dallas, the opening night. That was one of Archer's best matches, easily. Much more of a sprint. So Ospreay won. He's going to face Kenny, which is awesome. Then they did, they crowned new tag champions. I was very happy that they just did not put them on House of Torture. That was all I asked for. A little disappointed that Master Wato did not become a Grandmaster, but Hiromu Takahashi is amazing. So I'm excited to see what they do with him at Forbidden Door.
You got to factor that into, listen, they're going to come to Canada. They're going to be in North America or Canada, right, in a couple of weeks. And Hiromu is more of the recognizable name than Master Wato.
Yeah. I think they're running Hiromu and Darby Allin, honestly.
Or maybe Hiromu versus Jungle Boy. Or maybe Hiromu versus Jungle Boy.
I think Jungle Boy has something else for the show. I don't necessarily know what, but I think they're going to do Hiromu and Darby Allin. It feels like they kind of started teasing that a little bit on commentary. Kevin Kelly kind of talked about that a little bit.
Could be.
The 6-man tag was my match of the night. That was fantastic. The star power in that, Okada
for the first time, right? For the first time. Holy shit.
First time that type of match, like Claudio Castagnoli in New Japan, John Moxley's first match on Japanese soil since I think it was January 4th, January 5th. It was Wrestle Kingdom 14 back in 2020, pre-pandemic. He finally was back on Japanese soil. And Claudio almost didn't get there because of the typhoon. So there was drama in the night. Is Claudio Castagnoli even in the building?
And he fucking made it.
I mean, he got there a little bit. He got there hours before. They just kind of kept telling us, "Oh, we don't know if Claudio's here," because they were trying to tease us a little bit. But he got there. Moxley got to use the Death Rider theme again, which is much better than Wild Thing. I want him to use Death Rider in AEW. And they had a fantastic 6-man, getting to see Claudio Castagnoli and Kazuchika Okada, Claudio and Tomohiro Ishii. Those matchups were fantastic.
He spun Okada.
He spun Okada. That was, oh my God. I cannot believe, Okada must have been "Hey, Claudio, I want to do the spin." They must have been Okada must have
if it's his first time there, bro, you might as well go big. Spin Okada. Yes, the visual of him spinning, let's say had he spun Tomohiro Ishii, that would have been cool too. But again, Okada's the big name. Okada is the big name, so it made sense for Okada.
Yeah, we were. I know SP3 was up, so I was responding to his tweets, and everybody I know who was watching, we were all just shocked that this match was even happening, just based off of who was in it. Who would have told you 4 years ago? Who would have told you that we would have had a match with, on one side, it was going to be, first off, that they were going to be 6-man champions, Okada, Tanahashi, and Ishii. especially just based off of Tanahashi and Ishii holding tag titles together is already weird. And Tanahashi and Okada holding tag titles together is weird. You would not have in 2019. You would have said, "Oh no, you're high. Like, what are you talking about?" And then on the other side, you're gonna have this young lion whose dad is Red Shoes Uno, and then Cesaro
referee the
from
match?
WWE
The
and
fucking
Dean
match?
Ambrose. Like you would have said, no, what are you doing? Like, no, you need to go to a mental ward. That's what you would have said to somebody who told you that 4 years ago. And then you have this happening, and it's one of the best matches of the year, in my opinion, just simply based off of like this match was wild. Okada beating up Shota, throwing him into guardrails, just absolutely bitching him. Talked about Okada getting spun by Claudio. Like Moxley getting busted open by a Tomohiro Ishii headbutt. I'm going to watch this match again tonight because of how great it was. I'm going to watch it again every single day for the next 30 days or next 20 days until we get to Forbidden Door, because this match was special. And I don't know if there's going to be anything quite like this again in New Japan Pro Wrestling 6-man tag territory. This is unheard of, this type of match.
You know, normally that match would be curtain jerker. Normally it's curtain jerker. Normally opening match on the show. Here's what I like too. They didn't have these meaningless tag team matches or 6-person tag just to get everyone on the show. They didn't have that in the opening 3 matches or so, which I'm happy with.
Wrestle Kingdom doesn't have those either. The big shows don't do that anymore.
Which I hope they continue that momentum with every single show. Now,
the pay-per-views have done that less this year, I've noticed. Like even Sakura Genesis and Duntaku, most matches had like, even multi-mans now in New Japan, they're starting to have some sort of importance, and I really like that.
I thought David Finlay versus El Phantasmo was a very good match too. This whole thing that, you know, El Phantasmo, does he have, you know, who's he gonna have and back him up? I love the direction they're going with Bullet Club. I love that. I love how Finlay grabbed all the I guess the former Young Lions, right? Former Young Lions.
They added Alex Coughlin and
Gabe
Kidd. Yeah, those are other Young Lions. And then Clark Connors is also one of the other Savages. So Finley's adding basically just adding the whole New Japan dojo at this point. Yeah,
which is cool because again, to me, you know, the leader could have been no one else. It needs to be a Gaijin after all.
Mm-hmm.
You're not gonna give Yujiro Takahashi as the leader of the fucking Bullet Club. You're not gonna have Evil be the leader of the Bullet Club. I mean, they tried, did they? For like,
I would stop watching New Japan if they made Evil the leader of the Bullet Club.
Was he like the leader though for like a period of time?
No, like, Jay White was still the leader at that point.
For a cup of coffee, like they tried
they tried to make House of Torture a big thing, and everybody hated it.
Okay, I thought, what else happened here? I thought Zack Sabre Jr. and Jeff Cobb, the match was okay. I didn't pull your hair back here.
That was a pretty good match. Zack Sabre Jr. is having an incredible title run.
Yes. But back to this whole Bryan Okada thing. You know, again, I thought I was under that impression. And again, I'm happy that I'm wrong. Again, we don't know yet. Nothing's official yet, right? Nothing's official yet. But for the sake of this, let's just assume that it is. Okay? I was under the impression that, hey, you know, New Japan would have some stroke here. Okay, listen, y'all want this match? It's going to happen in our ring first before it happens in an AEW ring.
They gave them I'm like, I think the deal was they gave them Omega Ospreay on Japanese soil. So Tony gets Okada Danielson. I think that was the deal.
If that's the case, good deal. Good deal by Tony. He finally got something right.
And Tony gets it too. Tony still gets it in AEW ring. He still gets Omega Ospreay. He still gets it.
Yes. So. Yes. What else happened here? We got the main of. Yeah, they announced the G1. They announced the G1, which I do have it here. I have it here as
32 entrants in the G1 Climax tournament.
Boom. So I have it here. I have it here. So these are the complete participants. Mind you, they have not announced any group blocks yet, to my understanding, right?
Yeah, there's no blocks yet. They just announced all the competitors.
So the names here are Kazuchika Okada, Tetsuya Naito, Sanada, who is the current IWGP World Champion, right? Will Ospreay, likely who will win the G1, in my opinion. My pick to win the G1.
The fan favorite.
Hiroshi Tanahashi, David Finlay, Shota Umino, Shooter, Shingo Takagi, Tomohiro Ishii, Tama Tonga, Tonga Loa, Hikuleo, Hiroki Goto, Mr. Fumble himself. Can never win the big one. Yoshihashi, what are we doing? Why is he in the G1? Toriano.
Isn't he one of the
What am
tag
I-
champions?
Yeah, but come on. You could put someone else here. Why not, right?
He's always
Toriano.
He's always
Toriano. Funny guy. Kenta. Zack Sabre Jr. Tai Chi. The debut of Eddie Kingston. Eddie fucking Kingston in the fucking G1.
Jesus Christ. Can't take this tournament serious anymore.
Come
No,
on.
stop that.
Lord Jesus.
Eddie was the one that fans really wanted in the G1.
El Fantasma. Well, listen, look at the bright side. He wants to play Japanese wrestler. Now he gets to do it in the G1.
Yeah. He's going to have a great run.
Ren Narita, Evil, Chase Owens, Jeff Cobb, The Great Okan, MJF's favorite wrestler from New Japan, Aaron Hanare, Gabriel Kidd, Alex Coughlin. Did I say it right?
Alex Coughlin.
Coughlin. Shane Haste, Mikey Nichols, the former what was that team in NXT?
Keep going.
TM?
Just keep going. Keep going.
My favorite here, Yota Tsuji, and of course Chase's favorite, Kyoto Kiyomiya.
You got that. You butchered that one bad.
Well, whatever.
It's Kaito Kiyomiya.
Kyoto Kiyomiya. That's the participants. It looks like you know what? I might even catch the G. I'm gonna try my best to catch up on the G1. I always say I am, but then after 2 nights, I'm good.
There are a lot of new people in the G1 this year. Mainly, like they brought in the 2 outsiders, which everybody's kind of talking about, putting in Kaito Kiyomiya over from Pro Wrestling Noah, and Eddie Kingston, which people were flipping out about on Twitter. I know SB3 was really happy. One of the guys was really happy about that. And then you bringing in a lot of the new young lions, Shota Umino, Alex Coughlin, Gabriel Kidd, all having their first ever crack at the G1 tournament. I think Shane Haste and Mikey Nichols are also doing their first ever tournament.
Yeah.
We got Scott asking, shouldn't more AEW and Impact guys be in the G1 since they all have a partnership? Like last year they did some Impact guys, but no. AEW can't because they have. I think if AEW did not have Collision, they could send over maybe one more guy. But even last year, they only sent over Lance Archer. So Tony's talked about this. Like he doesn't want to lose any of his top guys for a month, and then if they get injured, then they're gone for longer because it's a very grueling tournament on your body. So Eddie Kingston is the perfect guy to go over because he wanted to do it very badly. And he doesn't have a story right now in AEW because he did that thing where he quit AEW.
Names. So. Look at the talent here. Holy crap, bro. You can literally get a game of soccer right here with these. Oh my goodness, bro. Look at this, yo.
Yeah, there's I know Romeo pointed out that there's a few people who probably shouldn't be in the tournament. And he's not wrong.
Like Yoshihashi. He should not be in the G1. Yoshihashi.
This is his 4th straight. I'm just not surprised that Yoshihashi's in the tournament. He's been there 7 times. There's a few people who probably don't need to be in there, but I don't there's nobody specifically that I'm looking at and saying I'm mad that they're in. Like there's maybe a few. I don't even mind that there's so many people because it means more great matches, especially I think they're going to probably go with the 4 blocks again.
We'll see about that. And then we got the main event, bro. We got the main event, yo. Sonata versus Yota Tsuji. Did I say it right?
Yes, you did get that one right.
And I ain't gonna lie to you. I know I said this in our group chat, but I'm gonna say it here. For a second, when I saw this, I'm like, oh, no, shit.
Don't say it.
New Japan signed Steve Aoki. Bro, it's right there, yo. It's there. I'm sorry, yo. New Japan they got the money, yo. I'm about to say.
Why did you make that graphic?
I didn't make this.
Yes, you did.
Bro, I'm sorry, but dude, you can't sit there.
I didn't make this.
Welcome to
Big
Steve's
Steve's
Kitchen with
Kitchen's logo in the
racism.
middle.
That's what we're doing
It's-
today. We're
it's-
doing racism.
It's not racism,
Yes, it is.
No, it's
bro.
not. No, it's not.
not, dude. You want to think everything racism, bro? You know what,
It's not.
man? Go on.
You can always say somebody looks like someone that's the
Exactly,
same
bro.
race.
Do you have any idea, bro, how many people I get compared to,
Bro,
bro?
who
Like, come on.
do we say? We said that on the basketball stream, we said that what's your call it? Duncan Robinson looked like the dude from Friends. What's his name? Ross. Is that racist? It's two white guys that look
Ross.
alike.
Exactly.
We're just basically saying he looks like
Bro,
because
when
he
I
has a
had-
goofy
dude,
face.
Dude, when I had long hair, people thought it was Tito from Rocket Power. Is that racist?
I don't know.
No.
What that is.
Google it.
No.
But listen, for real, I literally thought, holy
It's
shit,
uncanny.
New Japan signed Steve Aoki. All right. Is he gonna walk out to No Beef or never Wonderland? I was excited. Is he gonna come out to Pepas? All right, bro. Like, nah, but in all seriousness, I came out of this match being a fan, yo.
I think everybody did.
Yota Tsuji, bro. Dude has the size. I think he played football in Japan, like NFL, like
Yeah, Americanized football, but in Japan.
in Japan.
Yeah, he was a quarterback.
He was a quarterback in Japan. But that, bro, he had, in my opinion, an amazing performance, dude. Even though he lost. I love that the Sonata. I keep calling him Sonata. I can't help it from his TNA days. He had to literally dig deep, go to a different place to get this win. Would you agree with that, Kaden? Like Sonata had to go to a different place just to get a win, just to beat this guy.
Yeah, Yota Tsuji should have won though.
Bro, he hit him with a spear, bro. His
I can
spear.
finish-
Holy shit.
He has a spear.
His spear. Granted, I mean, it's up there. I'm not saying this is better than than Rhino's gore or Goldberg by no means
It's
at all.
it's a very good spear. It's better than Goldberg's spear.
I got to see this to even say
I'm
something.
not a big fan of
so-
Goldberg's spear in general, though.
I'll
I don't
send you
like
some clips.
You haven't seen his prime spears then, huh?
Well, no shit.
Prime.
I wasn't alive.
Oh, well, it's called Peacock. Go watch them.
Yes, Mr. 12-hour Prince. Mr. 11 hours and 54 minutes and 30
According to
seconds.
YouTube, 11 hours and 54 minutes.
Yes. But in all seriousness, again, I came out of this match being a fan of Yota Tsuji. I became a fan, bro. If I'm New Japan, bro, I'm locking this guy to a long-term deal. I'm locking this guy.
They don't typically do long-term deals.
I know, but if there was ever a time, if you want to look into your future, that's your future right there.
I think if you're New Japan, you probably try to do. I think you probably try to do 4 years. If I'm Yota Tsuji, I don't take it because Yota Tsuji is one of those guys where I immediately said he's built for Americanized pro wrestling. And I love Kazuchika Okada. I am a huge Kazuchika Okada fan. I think he is also somewhat built for American TV, but I think Yota Tsuji. What?
Sorry.
I'm talking to Steve. I'm sorry. I didn't want you to stop talking.
I was thinking Afro. I was thinking some.
I think he has a look. He's built. The way he wrestles feels like it's meant for American TV. Like this guy's going to try to get snatched up by WWE and AEW in the next 3 years. Like I don't know what his contract status is right now, but they're both probably going to try him. If I'm WWE, I'm already on the phone with this dude.
Now, honestly, if I'm him, I would stay in Japan for maybe 2 years. Get more. Can you think about it?
He just came back from excursion.
I know, but still, like I want to see him. Get in the ring with the legs of an Okada, a Tanahashi. Hell, even Naito. There was a whole thing at the end of the match where LIJ, who were in his corner at first, right? They did the whole fist thing, right? And then they all just left him there, right? There's something there as well. I am all for, again, him staying there again a year or two, wrestle the big names, get the bag, come over to the States here and there whenever there's Forbidden Door, what have you, right? But when the time comes, they make your move. They make him just like Will Ospreay. Whatever he wants to do, whatever makes him happy.
Ospreay already said he wants to stay.
Exactly. Whatever he wants to do, by all means, whatever he wants to do.
He does because I know Ospreay doesn't want to ever. Ospreay said, "I will never live in the United States if I don't have to."
Well, there's
Gunther said the same thing, and look what happened.
Well, that is true. But again, that's no here or there. I thought
it'll happen eventually, but just not now.
I thought overall, listen, Dominion was a good show. New Japan not fucking around when it comes to looking into their future. They're not fucking around. You got the likes of Shooter. You have Yota Tsuji, Master Wato. I can't believe I'm even saying that name. Master fucking Wato. Sonata as probably the guy leading the charge years from now, right? Your future's set right now. Their future is set. And that puts a smile on my face. But I'm looking forward to this G1. I think my favorite right now is obviously Will Ospreay. You got to do Will Ospreay. He has to finally win this shit.
Yeah, my prediction is I think it's Ospreay Okada in the finals.
Oh, yeah. Of course,
and
yes.
Finlay.
Thank you, Romeo. And Finlay. We got to put Finlay in that discussion as well. My apologies.
I think he's getting better as the leader. It's taken a little bit of time, but I think he's getting better. I think that the finals are Will Ospreay and Kazuchika Okada because that's who Ospreay needs to beat. Like I've said, if Okada is not the champion by the time Wrestle Kingdom comes, this is not Ospreay's moment if he does not win. If he does not beat Okada, he needs to conquer that demon. He's beaten him once in his career, and he beat him with the help of B. Priestley, now Blair Davenport. So I think that you have the finals be I said on Twitter, you have the finals. You have Will Ospreay defeat Kazuchika Okada. Naito ain't winning. Come on, we're talking about Gato.
No.
Let's be real here. Naito ain't winning the G1.
I hate to say it, and I love Naito.
I love Naito.
You guys who follow me back in the day, you guys knew, bro. I love Naito. Again, dude, used to be the biggest diehard for Naito. And then what happened? 2018, right? Him and Okada beat him. Chase will never let me live that down. And then what else happened? 2020, right? He got his moment, and then Kenta ruined it for him at the end.
Yeah.
And then the fucking pandemic happened.
Yeah. So I think that Ospreay beats Okada. 2 weeks later, I think it's exactly 2 weeks later, is All In. I think they run back Omega Ospreay one more time because I think Omega is going to beat Ospreay on Canadian soil. And that's where Ospreay finally gets the win back, brings the U.S. title back to Japan. And then you have Ospreay win the title at Wrestle Kingdom, and he's holding both those belts. I think that's the best. I think that's amazing booking for Ospreay. He conquers his two biggest demons, which are Okada and Omega, and then he gets that title back and finally gets to have a proper run after he got cut short about 2 months in when he had that neck injury.
The story set up for Sonata versus Naito as well, too, though. That is very.
I think they can run Sonata and Naito at one of the shows this summer.
What's next? There's
or you can run at the G1 finals.
But what was also happening? Do they still do the King of Pro Wrestling? Do they still do?
Yeah, there's still a few shows they got to do. So I think that you can. You could have Sonata lose to Naito in the G1, and that's what gets Naito his title shot. I just don't think Naito's winning the G1. Just knowing Gato, Naito won both titles at Wrestle Kingdom 14. He ain't winning another one. That's it. Naito got his opportunity. I just don't think Gato's gonna do it.
Well, we'll see how that goes down. But here's what I'll tell you, man. This Saturday alone is stacked, bro. This Saturday alone, you have UFC 289, right? You have Amanda Nunes versus Irene Aldana for the UFC Women's Bantamweight title. Amanda Nunes defending her Women's Bantamweight title that she won back from
I feel like we haven't done a UFC watch along in like months.
yes. Oh man, forgot her name already, yo. I'm all over the place right now.
Yeah, because we had that we had that Fire April, or was it May? Yeah, I think it was April. That Fire
No,
April.
March.
Oh, March. Yeah, that Fire
Yeah,
March
March
where it
was
was just
all
boom,
this
After
boom,
she
boom,
beat,
boom, boom.
now mind you, it was supposed to be Julian Pena, but she had to pull out of the fight, so that's why this fight's happening now. We also have on this card, you have Charles Oliveira versus Bernil Dariush, live from I think also Canada as well. And then also early in the day is
Live
the
from where?
finale. It's in Canada.
Where in
This-
Canada?
Let's find out, shall we? Let's find out. Let's find out, shall we? It's happening. Let's see here. UFC 289, right?
Yeah, it's fine. I'll find it quicker than you will.
I'm finding it right now. Here it is. It's going.
It's in
down.
it's at Rogers
Rogers-
Arena, so Toronto.
Rogers Arena. Yeah, Toronto. And then also
Oh, no,
early in the day, early that Saturday, around 3 p.m. time, it's Manchester City versus Inter Milan, the finale of the UEFA Champions League. Can Man City can they go 3 for 3? They won the Premier League. They won the FA Cup this past weekend. Can they win finally the Champions League? They have the team. They could probably do it. I say they win 2-1. 2-1. 2 to
Good for
fucking
them.
1. But that's what's going down this Saturday. Romeo, let me know if we're doing a watch along for that. Let me know. But that's gonna conclude. I mean, we covered mostly everything for this weekend, right?
They had Blake Christian won the GCW
wow.
title, which was they
Oh.
probably shouldn't have done it on that. Stop. 1 second. They I personally I like that Blake won. Shouldn't have done it during Cage of Survival weekend because of just how much was going on yesterday with Dominion. It was just not a good idea for Buzz. You probably
Who the fuck is that guy? Who the fuck is that?
you watched a match of his in person a week ago, Steve. You can't even say that.
I'm busting balls, bro. Come on.
Well, guess what? I don't think any week's a good week. I'll just
I'm a big Blake Christian fan. I was liking what he was doing when he won the ladder match. It's I think they also call it a grab a brass ring ladder match. It's basically a rip off of the Face of the Revolution.
Money in the Bay.
He won that at Spring Break, and he gets a title shot whenever he wants. So I just don't think that they did it at the right time for Buzz. Because nobody was paying attention to Tournament of Survival.
What is Tournament of Survival? Is that
So they
that
do
Tournament
2
of
days.
Death?
No, that was
Is that
Cage of
Tournament of
Survival.
Death?
So they did Tournament of Survival on Saturday. It's a tournament. It's their
basically-
New Japan Cup.
It's GCW's take on CZW's old Tournament of Death, almost, right? Like that.
I think
almost?
so, yeah. And then they did Cage of Survival the second day, where it's a cage.
Listen, I am not big on deathmatch wrestling when I'm sober, but I'm high as shit. Oh, love it. Fucking love it. That being said, Trevor Murdoch and Mike Knox won the fucking Crockett Cup. Whoop de fucking do. There's that too.
I don't care.
That's supposedly if you don't like the NWA, you're not a fan of wrestling.
I want to give a little rest in peace to the AEW Dark Ring of Honor zone. It had multiple names. They held
Impact Zone, the Impact Zone.
It was. I mean, technically, they did use Soundstage 19 at some point.
The Zone of Impact, like Broken Matt Hardy would say.
Yeah, they held. Tony didn't say it explicitly, but he kind of gave a eulogy post after the show. Kind of did us dirty by not just telling us, "Hey guys, this is the last show." It was a little dirty by Tony there. That kind of made me mad. But yeah, that was the last. That was supposed to be the last show that we're getting in Orlando. They started doing AEW Dark tapings there about 2 years ago now. They added Ring of Honor in February. They actually spent $500,000 to redo that whole entire stage. Maybe it was 100,000. They did a lot of money to redo that soundstage.
Did Tony fork over that money, or
it would have been Tony money, yeah, to redo the soundstage. They spent a lot of money to redo it, and then did it for 3 tapings, or 4 tapings technically, one with Dark, and then stopped using it. But those tapings were, I got to go to a lot of them, especially this year. I started going to as many as I could. They were a blast, made a lot of great friends there.
Must be nice.
It was always, I mean, they were right next to me. So
nice.
it was always, it was always fun to be able to go to those shows. And yeah, very sad to see the end of the Dark Zone, end of the Honor Zone. And a little disappointed that the card we got yesterday was not the greatest.
The hundreds of fans that mean a lot too. I'm sorry.
Thank you, Romeo. I appreciate it.
Ring of Honor now has 2 GMs, I've heard. Yeah.
Yes, they have a board of directors, which are Stokely Hathaway and Jerry Lynn.
So they're running the book now for Ring of Honor, huh?
No, Tony runs the book. It's a storyline.
No, Ring of Honor.
Using hashtag watch Ring of Honor. No one's watching that. Come on, guys.
Why can't I just have my moment? Why do I gotta troll about it?
I'm just joking.
Because it sucks. That's why.
Let me have my moment with something that meant a lot to me.
Listen, Ring of Honor is running the Cure Insurance Arena in Trenton, New
Yeah, we all talked
Jersey.
about that yesterday. We were all like, what are you doing, Tony? Why not? Why are you running that?
Why are you running, bro? Trenton.
Nobody's going. Like they're not gonna sell well.
No, you'd be surprised. No, there'll be those that will attend. There'll be those that live in Philly that will make the train ride. There's those in South Jersey that will make the train ride. Us people who live in North Jersey, we don't acknowledge South Jersey. That's just whatever. Put it this way.
I am a little shocked that they didn't decide to just run Orlando for that show as like a little that could have been really nice, being like, hey, y'all stuck with us throughout the pandemic. Y'all showed up to these tapings that were not good for a long time and still gave us an audience and helped these wrestlers get practice. And you could have been like, we're gonna give y'all the Ring of Honor pay-per-view, and we would have been very happy about that. That would have been a nice little sending off gift.
Now listen. It's on a Friday. It's on July 21st.
Yeah, because Saturday's Collision.
Yeah, I ain't doing that, brother. I ain't doing that.
Oh, you're gonna go to Collision on Saturday, so
nah. To me, I will always say this. You know, if they really want to do a show in Jersey,
Newark. That's where they're running Prudential Center.
No, not Prudential. Not Prudential.
They're running Prudential. What do you mean? They're literally running Prudential.
Yeah, for Collision, that's fine. But for a Ring of Honor show,
Ring of Honor is. I mean, they're running Trenton, so it doesn't matter.
The Cure, which fits about 8,000 people. I was there for my cousin's.
That's the point.
I was there for his college graduation. It's a fucking dump.
That's what I'm saying. That's what they're gonna run for Ring of Honor. It's gonna be 7,000 to 8,000 seat venues. That's what NXT is doing for takeovers.
Like, folks, they're not the people that even say. I hear people say, "Oh, they should Tony book the Hammerstein Ballroom for Ring of Honor." That's not happening.
I feel like you even said that.
No, the people that I've been hearing people on Twitter saying
you've said that before on this show.
For Final Battle, fine, because that's the history. That's tradition. But they're not doing.
Romeo even said it. Romeo even said Hammerstein. What's your issue with not doing it at Hammerstein? That's where it should be.
No. I've heard at this point. Listen, if that would then they would have done it. Then they would have done it. But they're not
Romeo,
doing it.
I don't know what he's talking about. Steve, you've said it millions of times that they should run Hammerstein.
And then there's folks on Twitter who ran that shit to the ground, and they got
you know how many times you've said it on streams with me?
Yeah, Final Battle.
Anytime we bring up Ring of Honor, you go, man, they really should run Hammerstein. Every time we bring up Ring of Honor.
For Final Battle. For Final Battle, that's tradition. That's New York. But that's besides.
But now you're upset that they would want to run Hammerstein. Now you don't want to have it.
To me, all right, it's fine. You run Hammerstein, I'll go to Hammerstein. But Trenton, that ain't happening, buddy.
But you just said you were upset that people are suggesting Hammerstein.
No.
Now you're saying you would go.
Hey, it's Hammerstein, Final Battle, different. Anything else?
Mike, I don't want AEW to ever run in Austin again. I hate it. I don't want them ever running in my hometown. But hey, if they run a pay-per-view here,
was the crowd dead for Austin? Was the crowd dead?
No, our crowd was pretty decent. It wasn't the best Austin crowd. Austin's had better crowds, but it was still a good crowd.
Snore here or there. Well, ladies and gentlemen, it's about that time that we hand out the bills, right? We serve everyone their meals. Well, you came into the kitchen late. Me and Mike were here for crack of dawn, prepping. You didn't want to
cook. I asked you for a link and you spent 15 minutes sending it.
Well, you didn't want to cut the vegetables.
I did not want to cut vegetables. That's true.
Your knife skills are so below par, which is a shame. I would expect more from you. You know, I think Mike got to teach. I think Mike got to teach you how to cut vegetables, man. How to work the knife, man. Because Mike's knife skills have impressed me a lot, bro. Let me tell you, man. His knife skills of, you want to Benoit's cuts,
Mike
Benoit's, or
he looks like he hates this. He looks
Julienne
pissed about
cuts,
this bit.
Julienne cuts, Benoit's, which are these tiny little bits of cuts like that, like almost Benoit's.
Mike, what's he talking about?
Kitchen skills, bro.
Food
Kitchen.
stuff.
Exactly, but it's Steve's Kitchen after all. Want to thank you guys for tuning in this
Hold
Monday.
on. Before
Hold
we
on.
end this,
I
I want to bring this up on Steve's Kitchen, as this
Okay.
is built off of a food idea. Steve, if you don't watch The Bear on Hulu, I will quit this show. The Bear. Yes.
I will watch The Bear.
Tonight.
Well, tonight's Monday Night Raw. We got to support Walter.
No. You can miss a Raw.
I can't
Watch
miss Monday Night.
episode 1 of season 1 tonight.
Okay.
Tell me how you like it. And continue watching it until season 2 shows up. Because they're getting ready to they're getting ready to release season 2. Okay?
Walter, wait, Romeo goes, not the cocaine bear, Steve.
Not the cocaine, of course. Not
No,
cocaine.
don't go to Peacock. Go to Hulu. HULU.
Yeah. But ladies and gentlemen, I want to thank you all for tuning in today. You can
Not
follow
Bar
me.
Rescue. Not Bar Rescue either, Steve. No John Taffer. I don't want you watching John Taffer tonight.
Okay. You can follow me on Twitter at HeelSteve. You can follow Around the Point Network on Twitter at AT Point Network. Big Mike, let them know where can the fine folks check you out, man.
Well, if Steve doesn't do what I said a few minutes ago, this might be my last show. But you can find me on Twitter, Detroit Gamer 313, and maybe not tomorrow or Wednesday.
What do you mean? We don't do nothing on Wednesday no more. When is our day off?
No, I mean we do gaming sometimes.
No, that's probably.
But if you don't watch the show, I might not be on ever.
Oh man, we in the mud. I'm about to put a damn. And of course, you can follow Caden on Twitter at Caden_FTW. Want to thank you all again for tuning in.
You ain't gonna let me plug my stuff?
Well, you were muted.
Yeah, I was muted because I was waiting for my turn.
I thought you would have dipped or something, or you needed to help something in the house. Well, what is it?
I'm on my Twitter at Caden KADEN_FTW. I will be back this week with an episode of All Honor. I was under the weather a little bit last week. So go to Spotify, search All Honor, go to the podcast feed over there. And there's going to be probably 2 episodes up this week because I have a lot to catch up on.
That being said, guys, I want to thank you all as always. For myself, for Big Mike, for Caden, that gang, as always, this has been another live edition of Steve's Kitchen here on the Around the Point Network.
Listen. Fuck up. Get out.
Watch the Bear.